Shot but you freaky. I want a piece, no receipt. She saying, babe, come meet me. And it's the line, I'm on Peachtree. She know I'm pulling up. What's up? Yeah, man, what's happening? BC. She love Louis and CC. No 2K, I got BC. Grab on that ass when she greet me. I heard that young nigga eat sweet tea. You cuff me, don't never release me. Talk about me in your stories. They so tweet me. You know you my baby. You know you my Summer, what's up, homegirl? My homegirl there singing, baby. Got them beats, boy. The ATL sound, boy. Summer Walker. And now we got another one we shooting out at you. Coco Jones. Y'all heard that new Coco? Let me see. Y'all heard that new Coco? Where she at? I'm booed up. Oh man, what's that? What is it? Where that new Coco at, man? On site. On site. Thing going in too. Where she at? Where she at? There she go. There she go. On site. Coco, what up? Digging low. What up, man? What's up, Jill? What up? What's up, team? Your team MBE, boy. What's up? The whole set here, ain't it? The whole set coming in. Been waiting to hear your comments on the 2Q box. Oh, Lord. Oh, it ain't for me. Good Lord, it ain't for me. No, sir. This, thank God, T-Brew, that you can get 2.5 inches, 2.5 cubes on the seat of a truck with a 2.5 inch seat lift. You can get 2.5 cubic feet. Because, boy, I'm not liking this. This box is going to get out of here immediately. You hear me? Immediately. Immediately. I'm going to meet her tomorrow. Subs already broke in. I played a little bit with the day, so the suspension. Because you play about 30 minutes. Let the suspension acclimate to this size enclosure. Let it rest overnight. Because it seemed to me, and it could be my mind. It could be my mind. You let the woofer play one day. After a while, the suspension gets used to the enclosure volume. Almost like it got a personality, which we know it doesn't. It's not, it's inanimate. And once it get used to the enclosure volume, then you see a little different performance. So I put it in the day. I'm thoroughly not. It ain't gonna do what I want to do, and I'm gonna make a video. I got a video, y'all, of showing you some behind the scenes things that I do. I'll put it together. It's on this phone right here. I got to put it together tonight. Ooh, I got to charge this phone up. Charge it, dead this phone. Oh, let me close this phone. All right, so I got to charge this phone up, close. So I got to charge that up. And it's just I'm showing you the 2.5, the 2. So I got 3. I got 1, 2, and 35. The very first box, the second box I put in, because the other box was made for the Q class. So I'm not really gonna count that T-Brew because it was made for the T class. So I'm that one. So this, then I put in the box 2 and 35 hertz. Did the 4 and 41 and 33 hertz. Took it out of that, tuned a little bit lower so it can drop lower. Then I just took that box out. I gotta show y'all the video of it doing. I think it did a 140 at that too at like 30 hertz on what the song? I showed y'all that. Yeah, I showed y'all that. I showed y'all that. So now I'm gonna put in the 2 cube, and the first thing I noticed, T-Brew, is this. Tuning went up. Same song. I'm gonna mirror that same song. Tuning went up. Soon the low note hit where it normally go 140, 30, it went 137, 34 hertz. Not for me. Still low. Still low. But it's not how I like to listen to my music. So, man, I'm gonna make a comment. Then I made a video right after that that said, hey, kicker. I'll see, so y'all know my opinion on putting it in small box volume. All this says is this, simply this. The Solo X is just like the 2508. What's up, God? What's up, Godzilla? And my G7s. They can play in a small box volume, which is 1 cube, which is traditional size for 8. Because of the increased cone area, in my opinion, they don't necessarily like it. They're not going to dig as low as if you put them in 1.25 per, which is a 2.5 cube box. The good thing about that is you can get 2.5 cubes on the seat of a truck. So whatever I'm doing here, you can get that same performance on the seat of the truck. That's the good news. The bad news is just like the Solo on the G7, just like the 2508 and the G7, they are not optimum for the way I like listening to music. They're not optimum for a Draco. You need to stay with a standard cutout 8 if you're going to use a Draco alignment, 2 facing forward, 1 on either side. T-Brew, you ain't gonna worry about that problem at all because you're gonna get 2.5 cubes because the Lord has blessed you. So don't worry about it. Just whenever you're ready, let me know, bro. Let me know. But me personally, it ain't how I like this. I like them lows, man. I like them lows. Dimitri, I got. Listen, message me. I got them 2 Rhythm Audio, D2 8s for sale. Just trying to get rid of them at this point. MBEnclosure 8s, D4 for sale. I got the Massive Audio GTR 6.5s for sale. Believe it or not, I got 2 Q class. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I got what else I got over there? I think that's about it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got in. That's a pair. That's a pair. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. But you can get them. I mean, message me, man. In fact, shoot, I want to get. They just sitting here on the floor. So I think they $150 a piece. You can give me $200. Basically $200. You get them Wolfram they 2 D2. You can get they $200. $200 for the pair. So basically, I'm wherever you at, and I'm gonna ship them to you for $100. I'm putting $100 in my pocket. Just get them off my floor. And I do the same thing with the MB quartz. Just get them off my floor. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got. What's going on right there? Ooh. I seen something. I did see about it. It's okay. You got my pencil and paper ready to learn? Good. What you teaching? Because I'm ready to learn too. What's up? This country boy, big shout out repping New York City. What happened? You know, Carolina? What's that, boy? What's up, man? What's happening? Big Chew. Rain again? Yeah. Hey, I salute you for staying genuine and a true soldier for Christ, bro. I try, man. I'm still work in progress. But I try. And we all a work in progress. Now the Solo Louis got a 2.5. What? Dang. I saw Louis say the Solo. Oh man, where Louis went at? Hey, Louis jumped in. I know I just seen him. Okay. No, Louis, they got a 2.5 inch voice core. You should do a video on the Resilient Sounds Gold 8. I did that a long time ago. Put them in small box volume. Not a king. Big, look like you're gonna do some help. It look like you're gonna do woo, ain't it? Not necessarily. Not only did I do a video on them, did unboxed on them, and I put them in the truck. They did pretty good. They were pretty. I did it 138. Yeah. Well, it was popping like crazy though. But they did I think the 138.9. At the time, that was a great performance. 2-3 years ago? So yeah, I done did that, man. They all right. They ain't no king though. No sir. But you can put 4 more on the truck. It's better to put them in a small box volume, like put 2 of them in 2 cubes. But the only 8s that I see they can do a 140 and 2 cubes that I didn't test it. And I didn't test that one. You just didn't find it on my. I did a couple of videos. I did the unboxed, the Fred testing. Compared it to the CT Sound Mizio. Put 2 of them in I think I put 2 of them in a 2.5 cube box. They recommend 1. So 9.9 and 1.1. See how I'm familiar with it. It's got a soft suspension, do better than the smaller box. But because of that small box volume, maybe if they shrunk the core, it'd be better. Because the Rampage in 2 cubes do a 140 at 30 hertz. Fat Now Fixing. I'll put the video up there. And so with the Euphoria Audio with a 2-inch voice core. But it's okay. It's okay. If you like it, man, that's what you got. But it's not all that to me. To me. But that doesn't mean if you like how it sounds and you got a box for it and doing good, so be it. But to me, it's just an Alibaba sub. It's very large looking though. Uh that Dream Sugar 8. Let's look at that. I heard they were coming out with that. You know, that company used to be owned by Brian Chamberlain and Sundown. He sold it. DTX. He sold it to these people. And I've been looking at that DTX Dreamsicle 8. Is it out? Dreamsicle. Here it is. Dreamsicle 8. February 2025. Hmm. 8, 12. Sale. Ooh, Lord, that joke is massive. Yeah, they made their own special basket for it, TI basket. Pre-orders temporary on hold. I ain't buying nothing on no pre-order. No, I ain't doing that. So yeah, if they sent me one, they already got one. Cool. They say available late May 2025. I think a lot of that stuff, pre-orders temporary on hold. I think a lot of that stuff temporary on hold because it's coming from what? Which is amazing. I wonder why. Maybe I didn't think that's coming from. I thought they were making that stuff in house. That's what I really thought. Interesting. Interesting. I thought they were making that stuff here in America. Of course, Chinese parts because it looks interesting. Top plate, 3 large 1-inch slugs, huge, massive motor. I think 3D printed space ring, TI style basket. Yeah, I've been seeing it. I was interested in this. Well, I'm not interested in this. That part right there. The fat roll surround. Really not interested in that part. But on the strip there, it looks different. It has its own original basket. I was gonna try it. The tariffs probably got that stuff on hold. And when they say May 2025, they're probably waiting to see what our president, who people might feel what they feel about him. I understand what he's trying to do. A lot of stuff's on hold. Gonna be, because what he's doing up there. I thought the thing was he made here though. I didn't think they were. Well, you know what? Maybe they're doing like some because DD getting their motors from China. But one thing to tell you what China did. If y'all watch it, y'all ain't too big, y'all ain't too bright. Because so many manufacturers are saying to themselves, a couple of ones I carried and said to me, never ever again will you put them in this position. So you told everybody how everybody depend on you, and now everybody around the world is making moves now to make sure they're not depending on you. So you finna go back in isolation. Y'all so smart, you're stupid. Should have been quiet. In your cabin, is 35 hertz tuning much different than a 33 hertz box? We're pretty sure you be keep doing great. The 35 hertz box went down to 31. No, it did a 141 at 33 hertz. So every box, the way I tune it outside and get in my cabin is going to drop down 2 hertz. Reason why I don't necessarily like tune Enclosure 31 and have it drop down to 29 meters because I want my system to stay overall musical. So the 35 tune box give me more punch than the 33 hertz tune box. Kind of partial to the 33 hertz tune box because where I particularly like to listen to my music at. So some of my customers I give you, if they ask me, I want especially some of my customers that of the subculture that don't look like me. And I ask them a serious question and they honestly tell me, yeah, I listen to hip hop and R&B, but yeah, it's mainly the stuff that comes on the mainstream stuff. I tune a box of 35 hertz and they'd be happy. Very musical. That's actually DD's Josh Lane's philosophy. Tune the box 35 hertz. But more music, it gives you more something for everybody, truly, than say a box tuning 40 hertz. 33 hertz is gonna be more emphasis on hip hop and R&B always. 33, 32, more emphasis on modern hip hop and R&B. 90 stuff, you probably want to stay around 35 as well. And then I got the BSI, so I can with my system, and I like the BSI, you can turn off and on. Or the Base Tech Race Restore. Base Tech Race Restore from Wave Tech. Yeah, from Wave Tech. Guy with the 3-inch 12 that I said was woo. And I think I wonder how they're gonna do now with these tariffs. A lot of stuff, everything's up in the air, saying what our president does. But hey, in the end, he's trying to make everything best for us in America. So I personally feel might not like how he's doing it, but in the end, will we be in a stronger position? That's what y'all got to factor in. So if you want something, I have to be truly honest here. Overall musical, no emphasis on one thing, but far better than the prefab, 35. 35, 34. Actually, in that box that I did the 141 to 33 was the 34 tune, 34.91. So I say 35. Between 35 and 33, I don't really think you will hear too much of a difference. But if you to pull the meter out, the 35 tune box is definitely going to hit higher notes a little better because it's closer to them. Can't take that away. A little better. Not twice as better, but a little better. Now, to the ear, as far as lows, you're probably not going to hear the difference. You can hear the difference between 33 and 36. Every time you go, it's something about that 3. Something about that 3. Like when people meter stuff, 3 dB increase, you twice as loud as you was before. Man, it's something about that. I got 2 Q Class 8s and a 15 whole nose. Yeah, sound quality, right? Sound quality. I don't. The solo is here, but in fact, I got my. This is right here. What y'all listen to right here is the. That is a Q Class. And after that, let me ride. When you say that's from the seal box. Yeah, I ain't gonna never give him up. I ain't gonna never give him up. Me neither, man. I'm gonna keep mine, man. Woo! On site, Coco. I love her, man. Hey, what's up, man? All y'all in here today. As soon as you said Q Class, I was about to say soul. Can't be playing like that. They classics, man. I ain't gonna class them. In fact, maybe tomorrow I'll go in and make the glass case for them. Now the solo's out, Now the solo's out. Put them in an airtight box. Yeah. But the performance is surpassed, and the Solo X is out now. Don't think for a minute that I'm saying the Q Class. Is that my daughter? Hold on a second, y'all. I think that's my daughter. Bet I'll measure you for a list. Okay. Make sure she can get in the house. That's all. What's up, MB? You got me excited for no reason when you heard you was getting rid of the Q dog. No, boy. Get you some solos. They ain't gonna never make that amount of Q Class again. So if I was to sell them, it wouldn't be no garage sale price. I'm just being honest with you. If the Solo X is $429 and that boy inspired and the Q Class inspired the Solo and us. Congratulations to yourselves. Everybody got a Solo X. Give yourself a pat on the back because they was not gonna make the Solo X8 until we clamored for it. This is a fact. This is a fact. We got them in 3 years' time? 2 years, really. When they finally messaged me after we had did all those videos and bombarding their lives, I got the message from Bill Brown when he was there. Hey, they working on a Solo X. There's gonna be a Solo X8. Y'all did it. We see a market for it. So, and they selling. In fact, I was asking my rep the other day. He said, "Man, within the first week, I sold 100 pair myself." So what he said, I sold 100 pair myself in the first couple of days. So I know Kicker probably got a good respect for me and say, "Hey, you know what's what." But I'm gonna say something else too, though. It ain't over, fellas. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It ain't over, fellas. Next question. Let's move on, baby. Y'all love kicker, man. They really pay. Kicker got it. Bill Brown was in charge of marketing. Kicker really got it in the street. They ain't playing. You know, all the time people bashing him. You know, it's funny when people bashing kicker, this, that, another. They were just sitting back paying attention to the market to make sure if we're gonna do things, we definitely gonna do things that's profitable for us and that there's a market for. No sense not doing the market. So they pay attention and they ain't done. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. So now y'all know. Now you know based on what the NBU saying all that about the Solo X. Come on, man. Then maybe they'll make one. Now you telling us you already know it. So use that information wisely, and all I'm gonna tell you is it ain't over, fellas. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It ain't over. Shouts out to Steve. What's up, Kip Lipsy? It ain't over, baby. It ain't over. It ain't over. Even with that being said, though, I have people ask me, say, is it separating itself? Is the best they have on the market? Man, y'all know I got a special love for kicker, man. A whole lot of that. It has not, in my opinion, separated itself from the 2508 or the G7. In my opinion, it is. You know, in my application, they're all comparable. So they're all kings. There's about 3 top, you know, outside that standing cutout. So they the super eights. You feel what I'm saying? So but I can't say he's doing anything that they ain't doing. It's just good to know kicker back had because the solar barrier wasn't holding it down. When they took the Q class out, the solar barrier could hold them down. Now they got this Solo X, and there's people gonna do things better than what I'm doing. But I know in the underseat of a truck, stellar performance. You know, your friend, it's 3 of y'all let go to the lake. Y'all got the trucks lifted. One of y'all got the 2508. One of y'all got the Solo. One of you got the G7. That's how y'all should be riding. Everybody shouldn't have the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Have something to talk about, pop a brew. You know, don't play when you're going fishing because you're going to scare the fish away. But, you know, pop your brew, ride, and you know, enjoy your vehicle. One of y'all got a whole DB drive set up. Next one got a whole digital design set up. Other guy, and they got the other Solo X kicker set up, you know. It is kicker got an 8 that's competitive, comparable with anything out there in the market right now. That's a fact. Anything. He can hold his own with anybody. Ain't nobody gonna best him. All right. That's just my opinion. All right. Okay. I mean, this is right here. Hold on a second. Y'all. Hold on one second. Y'all right? Okay. Let's make sure y'all right. Logan here? I just figured that. Okay. It's storming out there. They had to make sure my daughter Kennedy, make sure she was in the house. It's storming outside. Dad be worrying. I'll be worrying about her. Hey, the hater thought 42 hertz was not lie. Some people just don't know bass. That's true. My Lord and Savior forgives, so I think I'm gonna do the same thing. I just wish he'd have handled it differently, honestly. How he handled it, I couldn't help but get defensive. Gave him his own little nickname. But now, maybe on the strength of that last video I put out, that he see, oh, this box, yeah, my box is tuned where we discussed everything else. You know, you and he never contacted me. That was my main thing. The brother never contacted me. You could have contacted me about to cut out anything. You didn't. I got the message thread. You never contacted me. So it made me feel like your whole intention was to bash me in the beginning. And then what and this is what I'm still gonna, you know, forgive, leave it alone. But here's my thing. You never contact me. You continue to make video after video to bash me. And I think what happened was you thought it was gonna grow his channel. And he ran into that MBE, he ran into that team MBE. I got too many of y'all. I think I have a 98% success rate. That I got a 98% success rate people with much bigger systems, 415 boxes, juggernauts out there, under seat truck enclosures, kicker. The power might go out, y'all. It's storming out there. I hope it doesn't, but if it does, that's because it's storming over here. Kicker, digital designs. I got people on that's on staff, and I'm just here in my garage to kind of make some of this. I don't think he thought that one all the way out. If that was his intention, if his intention was the bad, I don't think he thought all the way out because the man in business been in business 4 years, man. You got too many people saying one thing for you to just come out and say something totally different. Whatever has happened, because somebody shared that to me. They say, hey man, MB man, and saying the same thing you said, because your motive ain't right, because you did so many videos bashing my product. And all I did was just sit back. I laughed it off. I still ain't gonna mention your name, but just sit there and watched. I read all the comments too. And the reason why I did that, because I wanted to see the haters. So let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all know I do them daily inspirations. Let me tell you something, man. I learned this when I was out in the street. You know, before you move, you find out who all you got to move against first. So I seen a lot of people. I read each and every comment, and I, like Dion said, I kept receipts. I just read. I ain't say nothing. Didn't comment or nothing because I knew I hadn't did nothing wrong. I knew my boss's tune as we discussed. I just sat there and read it. And I'm reading y'all. I'm reading all my subscribers that defended me. And I'm reading some news. One dude say, I think, ain't that interesting? He be on my channel. Why? So I'm just looking and reading and storing information. See, a smart man learns from mistakes. A wise man learns from mistakes of others. And that's something I learned now is out there, you know, living illegally. We sit back and wait. Before we move, we're going to find out who all we got to move against. And then we move, we take the whole block over. You know, that's how it go. But anyway, he'll be all right, though. He'll be all right. He'll be what they said to say. He'll be all right when the swelling go down. He found out that, I'm a little bit too strong for that one, bro. You got to come a different way. But I do hope he grows his channel. Hope he finds him a niche where he can grow his channel and understand. I hope that this is a lesson for him in this. You don't have to attack nobody to climb the ladder. There's a lot of work that went in. There's a lot of work that went into getting this channel to the growth it is right now. Oh, my bad. There's a lot of work that some people see and think I did in the last 4 years. And actually, I didn't do this in 4 years. This has been since 2014 when I was on Facebook. Y'all know me. Some of y'all know me from doing all them videos on 8s on Facebook. In fact, I was in the Sundown camp then. Sundown Nutter. I was one of them. I used to be one of them. For sure. Very first video on my channel, Sundown 8s. From that point now to 2025, I didn't really take this serious until 2021. Start offering to build boxes for people even more so now I was doing on Facebook, and it turned into a business. And I said, let me tell y'all, show you my cardio information, because I used to be MECP certified in the 90s. Actually went out to Tempe, Arizona, was trained at Robert Falls game on how to build boxes. You know, I learned carpentry at high school. And then I always had a love for it. Got a good understanding of it because I used to be an installer back in the 90s. In my earlier years. So sharing the information and things I knew, there ain't necessarily name on dust cap. At the end of the day, box is key. It's the most important thing. If you understand what you like to listen to and the frequencies, and you get a box, because everybody know what really makes your system is the bass. You can do your mids and highs and all that's good and great. At the end of the day, you're going to have some kind of low end to get the full spectrum. And so the subwoofer is going to make your system. Box is key at the end of the day. And that's how I'm able to get, and with God's help, a good portion of it is God's help, because no way would I have thought when I quit my job that within, what was it, y'all? Quit in April. I quit in April. In October, I was on Kick a Show. No way I could proceed that. And now I'm here now. And I just thought about it. I got Kicker to make an 8. Well, we got Kicker to make an 8. So that's amazing to me. That's amazing to me. So yeah, it really is amazing. We spoke to a company. To show you how strong this channel is, we spoke to a company and actually did it for us. And I'm glad y'all buying them Solo X's. It really, I know Steve feel like he cut the purse strings to get that 8 out there, and it ain't over. I wish, hey, you know what? I wish MTX would come out with a 8. I really do, man. I measured them too. In fact, let me show y'all something. In fact, what's the dude name? Ooh, let me see if I can find his name, man. And I want y'all to do that because they have the purse strings to do it too as well. MTX. Here we go. I forgot the brother's name. What's his name? If I can remember his name. Hold on a second, y'all, because the owner, here it is. Oh, God, it's coming to me. MTX owner. His name is MyTech. Yeah, it is. That's his name, John Ivy. That's his name. So I'm gonna see if I can find. Let's see if I can find. Ooh, come on, man. Love these phones. So much information right at your fingertips. John Ivy. So if y'all want, let's see how powerful we are. Jonathan Ivy. Here. Yeah, right here. All right, can y'all see that? I look forward to hearing from MTX. Peace. All you now I did that 2023, September 2023. He never responded. All you guys coming out with an 8-inch. That was 2 years ago. The guy's name is Jonathan Ivy. He was active 20 hours ago. He's the owner. Lord Ivy started MyTech Corporation. My MTX was big in the 90s. They got some deep pockets. They just as big as Kicker. So those of you who are MTX lovers, Jonathan Ivy on Messenger, ask him, hey man, when y'all gonna come out with 8 and get in 8-inch arena? They got the money to do so. They got the money to do so. It would be nice to have a 95, a 9500 series. It'd be nice to have a 9508 from MTX. Yeah. But I'm telling y'all, bum rushes messenger feed. Hey, get an 8, man. Kicker got one. What y'all gonna do? You sitting on the sidelines doing nothing. And then send them my way. Tell them to respond to MBE message. MBE told us to come here. MBE told us to come here. Here's the name. Let's see how powerful he is. Let's see how powerful he is right here. I might do a whole video on it. Yeah. Jonathan Ivy. Crash him. Now make sure you get the one that is the owner of. Let me see you. So y'all give one. Let's go to profile. Yeah, this is the owner right here. That's the one you want to see. That's the guy you want to see. Let me show you a bigger picture. That's him at the SEMA show. Yeah. Yeah. Crash him. Crash him. We did Kicker like that. We got a solo. We got a solo XA, didn't we? Crash MTX. What y'all gonna do something? Y'all ain't did that so many years. We need a 9508. He got the money to release the purse screens. He owns it. Let's go with it now. What's next? I have a Rod Fosgate TO12 inch, and is it a good sub? And can I run a Sunday SAB 600 watt amp? A full bridge 600. I think you can run a little bit more power than that 600 watt amp to it. I'm not here to tell you it's a good sub. I'm a box builder. I think it's a great sub. I think any subwoofer is a great sub, and the box built for it. They just have different performance levels. That's all it is about. They have different performance levels. Any subwoofer is a good subwoofer, and the box designed for it. They just have different performance levels. Okay. MBE, looking to upgrade my alternator in my 98 Mustang GT. Can you point me in the right direction? McMahon alternators. Been doing it for a long time. Proven. Proven. Ah, that's interesting. MB, quick question. I plan on putting two Kicker Solo X at 2 ohms on 1,000 watts with a Kicker LX amplifier. Would that superpower the sub? Yes, it is. It's very efficient. Wait till my video come out tomorrow. I pulled the TS parameters on my Solo X8 and got 80 sensitivity 86 on the 8 after 13 days. From what I've seen, it went up. And my FS dropped from 49 to 45. They don't need a lot of power to get loud. But what loud are you trying to attain? That's the goal. I think you'll be fine on the Kicker LX 3000. I think that's a 3000. I think you'll be fine. You can put them in rated power. What are your goals? Are you really just trying to beat down the street, or do you just want to sound very good? They're very, very musical subwoofers with the ability to play like larger subwoofers, meaning that outside of a Solo X10 and other subwoofers that are 10s on that same performance level as the Solo X8 can topple some entry level 10s, definitely 8s. Straight up, the performance is there. I got the beer based God says pre. Yeah, I'm scared. I don't do the pre-order. I'll wait till you get it in your hand. That way I ain't gotta worry about, issues, getting my money back and proving to you that I pay. I don't like pre-order. I ain't like pre-order. I could have had y'all pre-order them Solo X. No, we ain't gonna do that. Wait till they actually become available. I knew it was coming, but I don't do stuff like that. I don't like pre-ordering. Frederico Blanco. Question. You tested two resilient sound Gold 8s on a 1500 watt fog gate. Yes, and it was popping there. And amp does like 2000, 2200 on dynamic. Do you think they would do better on a M2500? Hell no. I think they'll do worse. Second question. Would 4 do better than 2 on the M2500? Yes, 4 do better than 2. And will 4 be able to fit under the seat? Yes, those can play, I believe, all the way down to, they say 0.9, but to me, they got a soft suspension. You go to a little bit under 0.9, which will take you like 0.7. And 0.7 times 4 is 3 Qs. You get a 3.5 inch seat lift in a 2018 a back GMC, 3.5 inch seat lift on the Ford. You can get 4 up on the seat as long as you don't got no transmission hump there. And they'll be in a small box body. Now, how it's gonna sound? They'll be loud. They will be loud. I'm gonna say they're gonna be all that. The clarity to the bass. And that's what I'm experiencing in this 2Q box with the Solo X. It's loud, kind of, sort of. It's not as efficient as the bigger box, but it's the overall 30 hertz. But it's some of the undertones that it's not as musical in this smaller box. It plays great, in my opinion, it'll play great on rock and pop, real punchy. But when it's time to dig low, we need an extra half a cube. I think they should have said the box volume should have been like everybody else, 0.75 to 1.25. And 1.25 should be the starting point. Because that, to me, I don't like it in one. Just in one cube to the pair. I can't wait to get that box. I meted it so y'all can see that, the actual score in my application, and use that information elsewhere. But for hip hop and R&B, do not put that Solo X in one cube. Try to stay in 1.25 if you can. Anybody who wants to do lunch in the truck, I'm glad I took MB's advice on this. It's not noticeable to passengers. Wait till you get that box in there. You're gonna love that, man. You're gonna love that TC. But yeah, he was talking about the 2.5 inch seat lift. You can't tell with a 2.5 inch seat lift in a 2018 on back GMC truck or a Ford. You're not gonna tell the seat been lifted, but it's gonna give you some sufficient area under the seat to get 2.5 Qs for 2.8s. And I'm always gonna say this: overall, for best sound, 2.8s. That's all you need, in my opinion. MB, you still a Wave Tech dealer? Been looking at single cab trucks lately. I can get them. I can get them. Yeah, I can get them. Yes, I am a dealer. I can get them for you. Uh, MBE. Quick. Oh, good question, MB. A custom fiberglass can be ported, and how difficult would it be to make one? If I did that before, I'm not gonna make one. I don't sell fiberglass boxes. You need to have somebody local to you that can, you know, fiberglass the area for you because they gotta have a mold. Are they good? Yeah, the box volume is right. And he layered the fiberglass enough so that it don't flex. You just can't. I mean, it's a skill to it. Skill to it. Going down here some more. Oh man, that's a lot of questions. I have a 320 amp from Power Bastard. Never heard of them. Where they stand it, put it for your vehicle. No need to install smaller belts. Never heard of Power Blaster. They come out with some heck of a name, huh? Amby, what's up, buddy? Been following for a while. I hate the word buddy. Let me tell y'all something. No, I just gotta say it. Black men do not like to be called buddy by white men. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We hate that. We hate that. That is a damn tell you. So if you or that subculture, do not call the black. It's like calling us your son. We hate that shit. We hate it. Literally, look at me. I'm telling y'all something. We hate that shit. Now, moving forward. In the 2020 FDO seat lift stock alternator. Well, you sure did limit them choices. WX Drive G1, before your audio, EWX Neo 8, DC Audio M38. You say what's the best? Ain't no such thing as the best. This is what you can afford. Digital Designs 508E, V2 Audio Rage 8. This is what you can afford. Then you message me and I give you a box price with no seat lift. Okay. All right. Kicker need to make a Solo X21 subwoofer. I highly doubt that'll happen. It's not enough marketing. They don't make enough. Let me tell you something what I know and understand about Kicker. Kicker's not gonna cut a PO on nothing. They can't sell at least 5,000 of in a year. That many don't move in a year. So they don't see the point in it. They don't believe it. Kicker does not believe in novelty items. They do not believe in novelty items. Say it again. Kicker does not believe in a novelty item. They're only going to sell stuff that they know they can sell about 5,000 of. Might be 10,000. Might be more than 5,000. It's got to be. It's up in the thousands. They can't sell that many of them. Ain't no point in making it. Makes sense. That's why they're the oldest cardio company and the father of all the cardio companies. I know that the Solo X is out and released, and maybe the Q class. What the word on the other new sub? I don't know. What is the word? You tell me. That night, that one out on your live, Kip said they were going to work on 2 or 3 new products. Gotta have Kicker in what they do. Y'all try, boy. Y'all think y'all slick. Kicker, we need a 21X20. I can tell you right now, that ain't gonna happen, bro. Yeah, I know I ain't on board with that, but that ain't gonna. I'm telling you, I know that from another company that's more into the niche market. That's why he does it, because it'd be a high price. And Kicker know y'all not. Most of y'all ain't gonna pay that price, so they're not gonna make it. That just not. They not. No, we don't need no XA21. No, we don't. No, we don't. I ain't trying to bring no. That wouldn't take them under, but they really believe about marketability. Oh man, this dude here. He trying to get blocked. Ivan, you better watch yourself. We don't do negativity here. Keep it up. I'll make sure you ain't got to worry about me. Let me see. Words of wisdom. You never had to prove anything to any of us. You subscribe to your channel for a reason. That guy was there for clout and still never proved his point. God bless. Oh man, thank you, man. I appreciate it. But this, I know this dude here, Ivan. He was over there. I already know about you. I watched you from that video. I know what comment you made over there. So watch yourself here, because I got the power. You ain't got to worry about never see. You ain't here to support me. You don't even like saying say my name. I got a lot of people to prove that my boss play low. I don't have to prove myself to nobody. You included. I have both. I have Bubba Guy for you. People just don't pray and come good plus man instead of could cut it. Oh man. Thank you, Mario. Don't you got a 10 boss, don't you? You got that first comp Q10 boss, don't you? Yeah, that thing slamming, ain't it? Yeah, now there's a guy that named Tony Sims. He just bought a 295.10. 295.10 box. In fact, now that I think about it, I realize, yeah, I was waiting for you to come. I was waiting for you to come, Ivan. Let me show you. Yeah. You out of here. Boom. I was waiting for you to come. So everybody, yeah, I read his comment on the channel. He out of here. He had negative intention. He ain't nothing but a hater. I read what he said over there. He actually come and said that, yeah, he doesn't. He's a ripoff. He just taking people money. He don't build low tune boxes. I said, damn, what you been for? And so I forgot. I didn't have my paper with me. So we out of here. I ain't gotta. If you can respectfully, but don't throw a rock and then you try to bring the negative drama. We don't do that, man. Get out of here. I don't want you nowhere around me. All right. Let me see. Oh, you've been running by MTX as a company? Always heard about them, didn't much about it. You must be young, man. MTX is big in the 80s and 90s, man. They just as big as Kicker. They ain't the oldest kicker. But they just as big as Kicker. They predate a lot of people. A lot of lines. Got deep pockets. Big in Europe. Got deep pockets. Jonathan Ivey has his own plane. There's my tech on the side of it. They got deep pockets. They big. It'd be nice if they came out with 8. Flood them, man. Flood them for real, man. See, we did it. Kicker came out with 8. Why we can't get these? Yeah, that's what this channel is about. We got so much power. In fact, I might do a standalone video just for Jonathan Ivey. Can you at My Tech Corporation? Yeah, that'd be nice. Let me see something. Let me see that, man. Boom. KU, I think. I need to see it. If I can, we're going to make that video up, y'all. Let me see something. KU at. Yeah. My Tech. MTX. Hold on. MTX Auto USA. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to get their attention. Y'all stand by for that video. We're going to get their attention. Y'all stand by the video. When I make this video, I want y'all to like the video and comment, because they're going to be to Jonathan Ivey at My Tech. We need an 8-inch subwoofer. Getting his 8-inch arena. He got the money. They might not respond back, but they definitely going to hear us talking, baby boy. They definitely going to hear us talking. We can use this channel for stuff like that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I did that. Yes, sir. Yeah, owned it out, bro. 0.06. Yeah. Yes, sir. That's the only. You sold the MTX 910 today in mint shape. Ooh, yeah. You must got another one, Ronco. I know you got a lot of stuff over there. I know you do. Oh, Aaron Lack, you messaged him too. Get at him, man. Oh. Kip's in the feed. A Solo L7X 21. 21 inch. I don't think that's coming. I think Kip just tipping, teasing y'all. It's all about profitability. It's all about profitability, man. What's up, Kip? You know I'm loving my solo. A solo gonna be in that truck. Hey, I done told y'all already. A solo gonna be in that truck a long time. Everybody else gonna get tested. I don't see no other 8 that's gonna make me pull that solo out. I'm just gonna be in my truck a long time. But I'm not lighting in no 2Q box. I'm tell you engineers, I get it for punchy rock, but hip hop and R&B, no sir, not for me. I do not like in that 2Q box. Rafa need to get back in the fight. Better yet, Fire needs to get into the fight. If Fire get into the fight, Scott Atwell, that'd be ooh. Can he get up there with the? Because I got Kings and I got that elite King. Now, with that being said, that B2 Audio Rampage and the Euphoria Audio, they, in my opinion, are the best sounding 8s in 1Q. They dig the lowest. In my application. As far as Robert Fosgate, I think they sold the company, man. I think they're gonna just like Garmin, J Audio sold the company because Garmin is getting big into navigation and boats, and J Audio kind of stopped doing the cardio thing, went more toward home theater and boats. So Garmin took them over. Kicker is strong, so they might not dominate no particular industry, but they got revenue streams in so many different industries that because they got boating, they got bikes, they got power sports, they got cardio. The only thing Kicker not into is home audio yet, because you never know. But they Kicker not into home audio yet. But if you look at some of the products, I want to gas Kip in the feed right there. Looking at some of the products they coming out with now, particularly the LX line, are they because they show trying to get more. They got the Warhorse for just SPL, and now they putting their foray into that SQ line. And they definitely got the money to do whatever Focal or anybody else do. They got the money for it. It's all about profitability. And I want y'all to understand that with these companies like MyTech and Kicker, it's all about profitability. At the end of the day, yeah, that's good, nice. We all music lovers. Most of us are bass heads now at this point. But at this point, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. It just don't. Because we can't go by whims to get you broke. It's a lot of companies that fail. They didn't make it to this level. Do you know Crossfire came out back when Kicker in the 90s and they didn't transition where they need to be? Some of y'all don't even know about Crossfire. And it was back then in the 90s too. Toward the end of the 90s. Yep. Do you think Audio Dynamics upper level drivers have the quality performance as well besides the masters around? I don't. No, I personally feel that every subwoofer make bass. Leave it alone. Every subwoofer make bass. A key component to know if somebody's really pushing the envelope is when they come out with their own basket. That's when you know somebody's really believing in themselves, in my opinion. Because when you use something that's open source and just hang your parts on it, you got bloggers like me that's gonna sit there and say, okay, what you really did is different. When one thing that's key for the FS and overall functionality of the driver, X-Max included, and performance with the FS is coming up with your own basket. Well, are you willing to pay that? Are you willing to pay that much money? And send right now at the time of this video, sending to China for send a die over there. That's what in Kicker, that Solo X, they had to pay for that. That looks like nothing on the market. They specifically did that for a reason. Right? Because we care. We listen. Oh, they'll do it. Down. So they had to make the die. Took them 2 years. That just shows you how strong Kicker money is. A lot of other companies talking about bringing Ace out, still ain't got here yet. Kicker saw there was a market for something because the first iteration of Solo did not have an 8. I think it was 10, 12, 15. I don't even think it had 18. 10, 12, 15. That's back in the early 2000s. So now they see when the market for it, they made a whole nother die. Send it over there. That costs money. This basically said, I bet that I can sell this. and I'm gonna make the performance for it. And they ain't done. That's all I'm gonna say. So when you see some companies, some start off like this, watch how long they stay with the. Just watch how long they've been staying. If you're watching that company, Crandell, how long have they stayed with open source baskets? Have every year they coming out with different versions, and it's still the same open source basket? But then basically you ain't doing nothing, man, because you should have been saving your money so that you can apply it to your R&D department if you have an R&D department, or are you just bobbing? See, that's what bloggers like me do. That's what I'm giving the consumer. Look at it. If that's what you can afford, you like the color scheme, this, that, and the other, and this new, jump on it, get it. But don't tell me it's doing something when I say, nah, you can't prove to me they doing nothing else. Especially with all them eights I got in them top 3 up there, you can look and tell they pay. G7 pay for that basket, pay for that surround, pay for that they finna change the surround on it too, like put like they did on the lower line, pay for that spider. Yeah, 2508 goes without saying. You look at and tell. Them two look like nothing else in the market. And then here comes the Solo X. Looks like nothing on the market. They ain't even got the same cutout, nobody on the market. Why? Because we believe in ourselves. That's something down to look at. But every subwoofer make bass. But you know, if they really giving you something or they just selling you something. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. That's a good sound bite right there. Don't none of you companies watching use that. I'm gonna tell my hashtag that. Hashtag, are we giving you something or just selling you something? What you recommend for a 2011 4A position? 10s or 12s? Behind the third row, 10s. Behind the third row, 10s. If you're gonna take the third row down, 15s. Get over it. What's up, MB? Can I do one Solo X8 in a DD 2500 amp and it sound good with your box? You don't need no 2500 watt amp. Even though I have them on the power I have them on, you could, if you put them on a LX3000 or a KXA 1800, I think you'll be fine. If you want to do just a single, put on a KXA 1800. The guy that I just sold the sub to, Alex Harris, I believe his name is. He got his, I think, on the 1800, and he said he loves how it sounds. They are underrated. They're underrated for a particular reason. That's what the market was doing. So hey, we can do the same thing too. It's a 2.5 inch voice core. 2.5 inch voice core and handle 1,000 or 1,500 watts. Plenty of companies are doing that with a 2.5 inch voice core. Don't think Kicker can't do it either with their own cooling features they use. Like the entire basket of the Solo X8 keeps it cool. I've been beating on it on that 5K. Even though I'm not giving it the full power, getting about 3,000 watts, I beat on them. Go back there and touch it. It's cool to the touch. Because they use Kicker, the same thing they did with the Q class, they did with Solo X on the 8, like they did on the 10 and the 12. The basket itself is a heat sink. The basket itself just disagrees heat. And then they got the force venting cooling in the bottom. So it plays loud it'll do that all day, every day, especially at rated power. Most of y'all be surprised what 800 true watts actually sound like. And that's why they rated it like that. But it can take more, like everybody else. It can take more. Here we go. TC, don't start Kip thinking on y'all kicking since early 90s for me. Dad, the 80s. Yeah, Kicker, man. You know what's up with Kicker. You know what's up, Kicker. And Kip Lipsy is the special project manager. Remember when I was making them videos years ago, I said, hey, man, Kicker watching, comment on the Solo, Kicker watching. Yeah, that's who's watching. And he has to get enough metrics. To go back to say, hey, man, I really think on the basis on he was talking about the Q class, that's how we noticed him. Now he's got this following, and they saying they want this. Get enough metrics possible. So, yeah, he probably thinking, see, but I just sincerely doubt it. Because for another company that I carry, they carry because they into the niche market. So if Kicker did it, it would turn the industry over on the side again, like how the Solo X right now is I had to tell a couple of manufacturers, just weather the storm right now. He knew. Just weather the storm, and they flying. Ain't nothing you can do about that, especially at that price point. If he did it, it would upset, but it's got to be a certain amount. It's not enough. If it's not enough on the 5,000 a year, I don't think that's not enough. It's not. It's not enough. It's not going to pay for the data to send over there. And I think right now, every company right now, besides trying to see how they're going to work this tariff thing and not really pass on the price to you, because if they do, it don't, like Amazon's doing, showing people, and it was cost before tariffs. Now this after tariffs, then we're gonna make this money. Well, how much money did you make? Because you didn't, and I'm in Trump defense on that. Well, how much money was you making before this happened? I see Jeff Bezos, you drive around in $10 million cars, this, that, another. So since we've been supporting your $10 million car, don't try to say because of what he's doing that we got to double the price. It's just business. So I believe every car manufacturer right now is, besides figuring how they'll get themselves around tariffs, we ain't gonna never put out, this ain't gonna never happen again. We never gonna be at the play of two people egos, whether you for the administration or not. We do know, I gotta be honest with you, there's some egos at play. It is some egos at play. And we in the middle of it. And I think the responsible business owners are saying, we're not gonna let this situation happen again. To China, yeah, okay, you spanked us. You taught us a lesson. You in control. Sometimes, and I learned this out down the street, sometimes you gotta lose to win. Sometimes you gotta take a step back to go forward. You learn how to fight from losing. And the same thing in business. I mean, we learned this in the street. You're gonna learn how to fight by how many you get into. You're not gonna win them all, but you're gonna learn how. You're gonna know when to duck, when to move. You're not gonna be afraid of pain. And the same thing in business. So you're gonna learn from your losses. All of America is taking a loss from China right now. My opinion is this, and I'm gonna close on this. I want everybody that's American to realize, we should never let this happen. Being part of the global economy or not, we should never let this happen. Particularly when y'all think about rare earths. We should never let this happen. You spunk us. You spanked us. You won this one. China, you won this one. We'll be back. Because one thing I know, I'm going to end it on that. Japan found out when they bombed Pearl Harbor. So they think they got American spirit so subdued and cowed, they called us stupid. And everything made him, okay, fine. And not everybody in China feel that way. But for the most part, the ones in the head, they in control. You won this one. Japan found out when they burned Pearl Harbor. Hitler found out when we stepped in World War, when we stand just supplying, when we actually put soldiers on the ground. The world thinks the American spirit is dead. I'm going to believe that it ain't. I'm going to believe it ain't. We isolated over here. And if you wake us up enough, we'll turn the world on its head again. Y'all be blessed.